Welcome back and thank you for joining me at Kind Yoga with Meg. I'm Meg and I'm hoping to help guide you into a practice building strength for supporting our stability in our daily lives. Internal and external, building those muscles, but also building that force within us to keep going when balances seem a little difficult, when life throws things that are a little difficult. We find our breath and we dig deep and we ground those feet and get stable, ready to take on the challenges. So let's look at the challenges ahead in this practice. Remember to be kind to yourself. That's the whole premise of this practice together. Just giving ourselves what we need, and if we feel that we can't breathe through something, it's probably not what we need at the moment. So let's get seated. And if it's Shavasana that you feel you need today, by all means take it, and at the end of practice, we'll join you back in this seated position. If you are joining us for the practice to build strength and stability, let's get seated and find our sits bones and feel them dig into the earth. Allow that connection to happen. And then start taking some nice breaths in and out of the body. I want us to take a moment to notice where our abdominal wall is. So maybe put a hand just above or over your belly button rather. And as you breathe in, feel the expanse of your belly. And as you exhale, give a little bit of pressure and warmth from your palm into the belly and help expel that breath. A couple more times, feeling the abdominal wall working with the breath. If you find you're having some trouble already sitting in this position, you feel that your knees are creeping up or your hips are tight, get a cushion, one of these things, or a blanket, a towel, a pillow, sit up on it. Allow your knees to kind of splay open and release the tension in your hips. Find out where your tailbone is, kind of visualize it. And allow yourself to move your attention up the length of your spine with your breath in. And allow the attention to go between those shoulder blades, up the length of your neck to the base of the skull where your spine ends, but allow your attention to move past the mind right out of the crown of the head. Bringing yourself into your true length and setting your foundation for your practice ahead. Every breath in, allow that breath to travel up the spine and create a cushion between each vertebra of your spine. Take a moment here and notice your abdominal wall, the lower abdominal wall. See if you can lift that abdominal wall out of the pelvis up towards your rib cage as you build that internal strength. Remember, the breath moves freely in and out of your abdominal wall. Building strength to support your lower back. Relieving any strain or pain. Notice the space between your hips and your ribs opening up. Lengthening. Notice the space between your ears and your shoulders lengthening. Wiggle out any tension in the jaw, and then we'll take 3 Ujjayi breaths if you're familiar, slight closing of the back of the throat. You get that nice hissing sound as you breathe in. It's like you just had a big bowl of pasta or whatever it may be, and you sat back in your chair and you went, that nice breath of satisfaction. Let's take 3 of those. Breathing in. Letting it go. Lengthen them as you like. Breathing in. Letting go. One more time. Beautiful. So we've already slowed things down. and arrived into ourselves. Feel confident about your practice ahead, and just relish this opportunity to work on yourself, remembering that self-care is never selfish. Let's inhale, look up to the sky, keep the rib cage releasing down. Exhale, chin to the chest, keep the spine lengthening up. Inhale, let's roll the head to the left side as you pull down a little bit more on that right shoulder so it doesn't follow you. Exhaling around the back, lift up and over the spine, through the right side, back to center and reverse it. Inhale, right side. Exhale around the back, up and over, through the left, all the way back to center. Lovely. Inhale, look straight ahead, stretch those fingertips up to the sky, clasp them as you push up, crunch the shoulders. Exhale, release down. You can keep the clasp in your palms, you can release them, you can give a gentle bend in the elbows. Take a moment to notice where the center of your chest is, where your heart is, and allow yourself to breathe and feel the expansiveness from the heart to the outer edges of your shoulders, so you're not rounded forward, or you're opening the chest. It doesn't mean you're heaving the chest up, you're just allowing it to open up. Reach into those fingertips, however is comfortable for you, but keeping the shoulder blades in back, pulling down as you lengthen that spine. One more breath. I welcome the noise of the airplanes outside this little studio that I have. I like to imagine where everybody's going in their airplanes. Let's take an inhale. Exhale. Bow the head, cross the right fingertips to the left shoulder blade, left fingertips to the right shoulder blade. Take an inhale here and pull the abdominal wall up towards your rib cage as you exhale. Round from the bottom ribs all the way up through the crown of the head. You're keeping this area nice and stable because you're lifting that abdominal wall up, keeping it nice and strong. Inhale, stretch it back up. Exhale, reverse it. So whichever one dropped first, drop second. Take an inhale, pull the belly up. Exhale, round the rib cage, right through the neck to the crown of the head. Beautiful. Inhale, stretch it up. Exhale, look to the right side, hand on the back of the head. We're looking the same angle as our right elbow. Take an inhale, and on your exhale, pull the head down gently. So we're targeting the space between the left bottom corner of your skull all the way down to that inner corner of your shoulder blade. Ground that left shoulder here. So we're not rounding like a teapot pouring forward to the right side, but we're remaining stable and grounded. When you're ready, swing gently the left arm down, reach the fingertips along the spine up towards your head, and then release your right hand, reach it down for those left fingertips. If they don't reach, take a piece of fabric or a strap and put it between the hands so you have a little length for the arms to work on. When you have hold, if you had to round, that's fine. Come back to your length. Maybe bring the back of the head towards the right arm. Breathing. Release the clasp. Gently work on bringing the left arm back up. And exhaling, grabbing hold of the right elbow and pulling it in a little bit more. All these pulls are really gently. We're not jarring anything. We're giving nice, gentle encouragement to open things up. Take an inhale, stretch the arms up. Let's reverse that whole sequence. Exhale, look to the left. And left hand on the back of the head, pulling down on the same angle that your elbow is facing. So not tilting towards the ears. Grounding through that right shoulder. So we're creating stability and anchor on this right side to allow yourself to pull a little bit more on the left. Good breaths here. Releasing gently the right arm all the way down. Fingertips point up towards the head. And then bringing the left hand to reach down, clasping those fingertips, taking a breath to lengthen the spine. Exhale, settle in. Back of the head towards that left arm. One feels a little bit more tight than the other, and we'll want to pull forward. Try to encourage the elbow to point up towards the sky. When you're ready, gently release the clasp in the fingers. Stretch the right arm up. Exhaling, grabbing hold of the left elbow, pulling in gently. Try not to round forward. Keep the back of the head almost leaning in to the left arm. Inhale, stretch it up. Exhale, release the palms behind you, fingertips pointing in if you're comfortable, elbows pointing back. Lean into those palms, lean off of those palms. Inhale, open your heart towards the sky, pull the shoulder blades together. Exhale, either releasing your head back or tucking the chin, looking down towards the ground. One or the other. Lift the heart with every inhale. Exhale, settle into letting go and being open. Push off the palms, take an inhale, stretch it up. Exhale, slide the palms forward, open up that lower back. Keep your sits bones on the ground. One big breath into your back ribs here. Take an inhale, roll back up. And then switch your feet. Whichever one was in front goes in back. Inhale, stretch it up. Exhale, slide those feet away. Nope, these are not your feet. These are your hands. These are your arm feet, and they crawl forward. Reach into those arm feet. Breathe into your back ribs. Keep your sits bones grounded. Take an inhale, pull it back, stretch it up just to close it. Exhale, hands to heart center. Find the center of your chest. Inhaling, and on your exhale, open up your palms. Good. Extend the legs out in front. Wiggle inside the hip joints. Make windshield wipers with your feet here. Good. Inhale, stretch it up. Exhale, forward fold. Remember, we're pulling the spine as if it has a rope moving through. Stretch the lower back. You get to your maximum and you just flop over into a passive fold, rounding that spine. It could look like this. It could look like this. Wherever you are, though, you're going to wiggle inside the hips so they release just a little bit, and you can have your toes and your knees splay open. Rather than pushing them up towards the sky, they're letting you flop between those legs, right through the neck. One time, grab hold of your feet, your shins, use a strap around the bottoms of your feet, toe hold if you're able. Let's inhale, lengthen to that spine, pull back on what you're holding on to, so we're actively stretching. Exhale, passive, let it all go. Good, take an inhale, stretch up, bring the feet in with you. I don't have much space here, so I'm gonna go to a side view. So the feet are here, we're up with the fingertips. Inhale for length. Exhale as if you're leaning back on a nice straight chair. Open the space from the center of the chest to the outer edges of your shoulders. If you're able to, you can lift one foot, maybe the other, maybe both here. If you need to, you can have your hands resting on the ground. Lots of options. Let's build a little strength in those legs. Feet are touching 10 times to the outside, pumps with the knees. 1, 2, just so you can see. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, if you still got some gas in you, lengthen those feet towards the sky, holding on. Good. Take an inhale. Exhale, grab under the thighs, round into that spine. Inhale, roll it up, stretch the fingertips to the sky. Exhale, palms behind you, fingertips facing in if you can, elbows pulling together because the shoulder blades are pulling together. If this bothers your wrists, forgo this. Inhale, come up to a reverse tabletop, lift, 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 lift into that pelvis. Exhale, you're gonna float the hips between the palms. You can either stay hovered or drop to the ground. 4 times. Inhale, that was 1. Exhale, this is 2. Inhale, lift, 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 open up. Exhale, 3. And 4. Inhale, stretch the arms up. And on your exhale, you're going to open your legs, drop your hands to the ground, and slide forward. So I'll come back to facing you. So we're opening things up here. Wiggle inside the hip joints and then slide yourself forward, resting maybe on the palms, resting on the forearms, maybe getting your belly to the ground. It depends on what you're feeling you are able to do. If you can't get that far, maybe sit your pelvis on a block or a pillow, and the hips won't feel so locked up if they feel really wound up right now. So we're pulled forward, we're stretching things out, wiggle inside the hips again, windshield wipers with your feet. Good deep breath into the back ribs here. Let's take an inhale, stretch it up. Exhale, left palm to the earth. And start sliding it away with every exhale. So we're inhaling, lengthen to the spine, twisting open because your body will have the tendency to close. And then your exhale takes you a little further. You can get to a point where you can rest your forearm on the ground if you want. Or you can even go as far as wrapping that hand around the bottom of that foot. Always lengthening that spine and twisting open. Keep the right sits bone grounded. So good for the lower back. Take an inhale. Exhale, palms to the earth. Looking at the leg. Inhaling, motivating forward with your right side. Exhaling, maybe dropping down a little further. Good work. Take an inhale, rise up to seated. You're sliding your right leg in with you. If it doesn't want to slide, you're grabbing your right leg and pulling it in. Go as far as you can, as close to that sits bone as you can. You're going to inhale, you're facing the left toes. Exhale, open your arms to the side. So use this right arm to keep pushing the right knee open. If you need stability here, ground your left palm behind you. We're going bound. You can stay right here if you feel this is max. Turn the thumb down if you're going further. Wrap the arm around. You got to get that elbow past the knee to wrap around. You can round the body if you need to. If you're able to, reach your left arm around, grab hold of those fingertips. You can use a strap to increase the length. If you're bound, inhale, lengthen, look towards your left leg. Exhale, stay right here. Drop the palms and lift the crown of the head. If you're going a little bit further, you can fold forward. Keep the outside of your right foot on the ground. Breathing here, not going too far. Inhale, roll it up, stretch. Exhale, slide the right foot away, slide your palms forward. Big breath. Let's go to that other side. Inhale, stretch it up. Exhale, right palm on the earth and start sliding it away with every exhale. So your inhale creates length and an opening, and your exhale takes you a little further if there is more to give. Breathing. If you're really tired with this top arm, you feel you're creating tension in your traps, bring your hand onto your hips, your waist rather, that space between your ribs and your hips. If you've gotten to the place where you can put your forearm on the ground, great. You can reach for the bottom of the foot. Keep your left sits bone grounded as you reach into those left fingertips. Take an inhale, twist open. Exhale, palms to the ground, motivating forward with that left side, taking it a little further. Breathing. Going for some more fun. Inhale, stretch it up. Slide the left foot in. Exhale, open up the hands. Right hand can be for support. Left arm is to push that knee open a little bit more. Lengthen the spine. When you're ready, you can turn the left thumb down, wrap it around the leg, and if you're going full bound, wrap the right arm around. When you have the fingers clasped, you're inhaling, lengthen to your spine, dropping the palms, lengthening through the crown of the head. Staying and breathing. And if you're going a little further, inhale, length. Exhale, keep the outside of your left foot connected to the earth and forward fold. Easy does it. Everything I say is a suggestion.
to go further. Breathing. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, slide the leg away, slide the torso down, fingertips reaching forward. Oh, how much further do we get in our stretch? Wiggle inside the hips. Roll it back up, walk it back up. If your legs will not close at this point, you can jostle them a little bit and kind of jostle them to the center or bring them back to center. Find those sits bones again. Nice work. Swing around, come to your tabletop position and pull yourself back to a child's pose. Open up the knees so your belly can settle between, and then thread your left arm between your body and the earth. Look over to the right side. Reach into the right fingertips or open up that right arm towards the sky. You can have your hand on the hip if you want. Keep the shoulder out of the ear. Release the right palm back down if it's not already. Inhale, stretch the left. Exhale, come down to the ground. Turn your gaze to the left side. And then take an inhale, thread the right arm towards the left side. Reach into those left fingertips or stretch that arm up to the sky. Rest it on the hip. Whatever you want to do here. Keep the shoulder out of that left earlobe. Inhale, twist open. Exhale, reach into the left fingertips, reach into the right. Inhale, pull yourself forward, tabletop position. You can always modify down to the forearms if you'd like. Elbows pointing back, space from the heart to the outer edges of the shoulders is open. Tuck those toes, take an inhale, float the knees about an inch or two off the earth, maybe 2 inches. 10 pumps to the side with those knees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good work. Release down, child's pose. Reach into the fingertips. We're going to start brewing some of that strength and picking up the pace just a little bit here and there. Inhale, you're going to pull forward. Exhale, come to a plank position. Slight bend in the elbows. You can always drop down to the knees. You can choose to drop down to your forearms, but we're transitioning to garland and then crow. So just be mindful of that if you're on your forearms. Here we go. Inhale, walk your right foot to the outside edge of your right hand. Same thing with the left foot and the left hand. Drop the pelvis. If you can't get this low, put a block under your pelvis. Maybe sit a little higher, elbows on the knees. Hands at heart center. Lengthen the spine on an inhale. Exhale, stay. And here we go for crow. Inhale, palms to the earth. Exhale, push off the toes. Watch what I'm doing with my feet. I'm pushing off the toes. My knees are resting just above my elbows. When I feel like I'm resting on those elbows, fire up the center strength, your core strength. Release one foot, play with the other foot releasing. Maybe both want to come off. If you've got both off, you bring the toes to touch. Take a breath, play with the balance. When you're ready, you can bring the toes back down to the ground. Let's take an inhale, walk back to plank. You're going to stay for your exhale, building that strength. Here we go, picking up the pace. Take an inhale, walk, or you can hop your feet to the outer edges of your hands. Lengthen the spine on an inhale. Exhale, stay. Good. This is perfect if you want to stay right here. Inhale, moving into crow, palms to the earth, pushing off of those heels so the toes are pushing off. Breathing, and when you feel ready, you can release the toes. Play with your balance here. Fire up the center strength. And then when you're ready, release the toes. Hop or walk back to your plank. Exhale, stay to build that strength. Last time. Inhale, hop or walk forward. Exhale, stay. Take the time you need. Inhale, palms to the earth, pushing forward gently. Exhaling, coming to your balance. Breathing. Beautiful work. Come back to your feet. Hands to heart center, lengthen that spine. Exhale, look down to the earth. Release your palms to the earth or fingertips. Inhale, start lifting the pelvis towards the sky. You might need to turn your toes forward so your knees don't twist in a funny way. Get to a fold. Your knees can be bent. Your knees can be straight. Bend into alternating knees here. And then when you're done with that, kind of pop into alternating hips. Beautiful. Flip your palms. Stretch out those wrists. If they need a bit more, do little compressions on the joints of your wrists. You might feel those little bones kind of fall back into place after all that work. And let's take an inhale. Pull the belly in towards the lower back as you start your inhale and roll up like a rag doll. Don't unravel the neck till the shoulders are stacked above the ribs. Stretch those arms up to the sky. And as you exhale, bring your hands to heart center and walk your feet together. Open up those palms. Come to your mountain pose. Feel the heat moving through the body, the strength that we're creating in the body. Let's take an inhale. Stretch those arms up to the sky. Exhale, tuck the chin, cross the arms, alternating fingers to the shoulder blades. Same thing we did seated. Inhale, lift the abdominal wall up into the rib cage. Exhale, fold the upper body. Inhale, roll it back up. Exhale, reverse the hands, tuck the chin. Inhale, belly up towards the rib cage. Exhaling, rounding from the rib cage to the crown of the head. Inhale, stretch it up. Exhale, swing the left arm down, reaching the fingertips towards each other. I'll go front. Good. Take an inhale here. Exhale, look to the left side for a side bend. You can also cross your right leg over your left if you want to increase it or keep it open. It's up to you. Inhale, stretch it up. Exhale, right arm comes down, bending both elbows, fingertips clasp. Inhale, look to the left. Exhale, left side bend. Nope, this is your right side. Cross the left leg over the right. Stretching out your left side. Be mindful of your back of your head connecting with that left arm. Inhale and cross the legs. If they're crossed, stretch those arms up. Exhale, swing the arms around. Let's bring them to reverse prayer along the spine. They do not need to get there. You can stack the hands one over the other. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, hinging at these hips. So you fold with a nice straight spine. Releasing down to the crown of the head. Inhale, rise up slightly. Exhale, release the hands down, fold deeper. Inhale, roll it up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Open up the palms. Take a breath and we'll move into our first flow. Here we go. Inhale, stretch it up. Exhale, forward fold, hinging at those hips. Lengthen that beautiful spine. Inhale, rise up slightly. Exhale, hands to the earth, hop or walk plank. Take an inhale here, build some strength. Exhale, stay. We're transitioning to right side plank. Inhale, open up to the right side. So you can choose to drop the knee, open up to the right side. You can choose to get down to your forearm. You can choose to stack your right foot in front of your left or stack your right foot on top of your left. Wherever you are, you're lifting the pelvis, stretching into those fingertips, right from the connection of the palm that's grounded. Take an inhale. On your exhale, release your palm to the ground. All 10 toes are there. Inhale, build that strength in your plank. Knees are optional. Exhale, chaturanga down, hover or drop. Inhale, pull yourself through, cobra or anywhere to an up dog. Exhale, use your belly to pull you back. Downward facing dog. Here we go. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, pull it between the palms. Do a balance check on those fingertips. Inhale, stretch it up. Exhale, warrior two, outside of that back foot. Flowing here. Inhaling up. Exhaling back. Inhaling up. Get low in that knee. Exhale, palms to the earth. Inhale, float to a plank. Exhale, stay. Side plank on the left. Inhale, open up to the left side. Stack the feet, one in front of the other. Knee optional. We take another breath here. Inhaling. Exhale, palm to the earth, 10 toes. Inhale, building that strength. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, pull it through to where you're comfortable. Open that heart. Exhale, pull back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, pull it between the palms. Balance check. Inhale, stretch it up. Exhale, warrior two, outside of that back foot, flowing. Inhale, reach forward and up. Exhaling, reaching back. Inhaling up, reaching forward, bend into the knee. Exhale, palms to the earth, you're on your back toes, finishing it. Inhale, float the front foot back plank. Exhale, chaturanga down. Inhale, pull it through. You've got it. Exhale, pulling back. Use the strength of your core. Good. Take an inhale, hop or walk those feet to meet your hands. Exhale, let the breath go. Take another breath in, rise up slightly. Exhale. Roll it up nice and slow to finish on an inhale. Pull the belly in towards the lower back. Exhale. Hands to heart center. Open up the palms. Feel the heat and the strength moving through your body. Notice the soles of the feet. We're not gripping, but we are stable. Release the tailbone. Lift that abdominal wall. Come out of your pelvis. So nice. All right, going into a standing balance here. Inhale, stretch it up. Exhale, chair pose, hands through to heart center if you want, or reach the fingers up towards the sky. Lengthen your spine, drop your tailbone. I'm going to take this bulky shirt off so you have a better view of my spine and the length I'm trying to create. Wardrobe change, mid-yoga practice. Whatever works. Let's take an inhale, stretch it up. We're going to float our right leg with us. Exhale, bring it to a one-legged chair, hands to heart center. So you're going to stay right here. Pull the, let me go front view, left hip behind the left knee so it's not popping out. If you want to stretch a little bit more, fold at the hips. If you need to, go to a couch or a table, have some stability. So we're going to our standing balance, the same balance we did seated. Full out, it's going to look like this. You're going to start bringing your right hand over your heart, and then your left hand rather, and then your right hand over your heart. You're going to take an inhale, wrap your right arm around the knee, same bind we did before. And on your next inhale, you're going to try and rise up to standing with that leg. If you're good here, you're going to inhale your left fingertips up to the sky. Exhale, reach it back. Good. Taking a breath, I'll give alternatives. Hang on. If you've got this far, take an inhale, release the foot, stretch it up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Stay in your mountain pose if you accomplish that. If you want to try a different version, you can go from here, get the inside of your
what is it? Right knee, underneath your right knee, pull it up beside you. So you want to grab this way from the inside because eventually you want to hook that elbow. So just trying to get the thigh closer to your body. And then you just release it. Good. Let's go to the other side. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale. Let's sit in our chair. Feel the soles of the feet open from the center of the chest outwards. Drop the tailbone. Transitioning, inhale, float up with your left knee. Exhale, crossing the ankle over the right knee. Sitting back down, hands to heart center. Pull the right hip behind the right knee. Feel stable on that right foot here. Feel long in your torso and your spine. Right hand over the heart, left hand over the heart. Getting ready for your transition. You can fold a little deeper if you want to. Inhale, reach the left arm around, hook it for your bind. Good. On your next inhale, rise up with that leg. So this is my tighter side. Always one side. Inhale, the right fingertips up. Exhale, swing the arm around. Try to get those fingertips to meet each other, holding on. And then you're breathing. Lengthen the spine. Beautiful. When you're ready, release the foot. Take an inhale, stretch up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Enjoy your mountain pose for a moment. If you wanted the alternative, we're in a one-legged chair. Your left hand goes for the inner edge of that left thigh underneath the knee, pulling it up. And you can work your right hand here if you want, reaching it around. There are those fingertips. So just seeing how far it would need to go. And then inhaling, stretching up, releasing the foot. Exhale, hands to heart center and opening up. Being in that strength and stability you've just created inside your body and inside your mind, inside your heart, to hold the balance wherever it took you. Falling out of balance is part of creating stability. So be encouraged about the journey. Let's go to our second flow. Inhale, stretch it up. Exhale, forward fold. Lengthen that spine. Inhale, rise up slightly. Exhale, soften into the knees. You can hop or walk to a plank. Take an inhale here. Exhale, elbows back, brushing along the rib cage. Inhale, pulling through. Exhale, belly pulls you back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, pull it between the palms. Balance check. Inhale, stretch it up, stay low. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, elbow on the knee, or you can go right down to fingertips. You can use a block if you'd like. Going to half moon here. I'm going to move back just a little bit. You're going to bend into your back knee, inhaling, reach into those top fingertips. Exhale, push off your back foot. Reach the fingertips off of the ground in front of you. And here we are. Turn those toes up towards the sky because your hip is opening up. Your rib cage is opening up. Your shoulder is opening up. Energize and lengthen your leg that's extended and your arm that's extended. A nice forgiving close to this. Take an inhale. Exhale, bend into both knees, both feet on the ground. Sleeping chair. Release your head, neck, and jaw. Inhale, pull it all back up. Exhale, hands through heart center. Open those palms. Soak up that energy. Let's move to the other side. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, lengthen all the way down.
Inhale, rise up slightly. Exhale, soften into the knees. Hop or walk plank. Inhale for strength, holding. Exhale, chaturanga down. Inhale, pulling through. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, pull it between the palms. Balance check. Inhale, stretch it up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reaching forward. Exhale, elbow on the knee, fingertips or a block as you wish. Feel the length across your chest between your hands here. Take an inhale, bend into your back knee. Exhale, push off that back foot, maybe a few pushes, whatever you need to get to where you're stable on your supporting leg and your fingertips are reaching towards the ground. You may want to bring a block with you. When you're here, you can straighten or keep your supporting leg bent. Turn the toes of your extended leg towards the sky because you're opening this hip. You're opening the ribs. You're opening the shoulders. Feel in balance from the sole of the foot through the spine to the crown of the head. One more breath. You've got this. Inhaling for preparation. Exhale. Let's bring the feet together. Bend into those knees. Sleeping chair. Inhale. Roll it up. Exhale. Hands to heart center. Good. Be in your strength. Drop the tailbone, lift the abdominal wall. If you're still closing your practice, we'll wait right here for you. Just soaking in all that goodness. All right, moving on. Let's take an inhale, stretching up. Exhale, coming into eagle pose, so I'll face you to do it. You're going to cross your right leg over your left. You can have the toes on the ground, or you can hook them, sit a little deeper into that knee, and then swing the arms around and place your right elbow inside your left. Turn the forearms around, or bear hug. Inhale, stretch up with the elbows. Exhale, sit a little deeper, but not too deep this time. We're transitioning directly from our eagle pose, so we don't want too much of a detox head rush. Nice big breaths. Here we go. Inhale, rise up through that left leg, floating the right knee again. Exhale, push the right foot towards the back. So as you, let me show it from the side, drop the knee under the hips. When it hits that point, then as a whole unit, knee to the crown of the head, you're hinging and pushing that right sole of the foot back. Modified warrior three. One good breath, find your stability, bent knee or straight. Inhale. Exhale, soften the knees, feet meet on the ground. Inhale. Exhale, pull the elbows in towards your belly. Take an inhale, squeeze it in a little more. Exhale, flop and unravel the arms. Sleeping chair, inhale, roll it up. Exhale, hands through heart center. That is a detox right there. Open up those palms, so good. Let's do that other side. Inhale, stretch it up. Exhale, soften the knees, cross the left over the right, toes or hook. Place the left elbow inside the right. Turn everything towards the front. If you have a mirror, try and get the knees and the elbows stacked. Inhale, lift the elbows. Exhale, sit a little deeper. We're breathing. Feel stable on your right leg. Take an inhale, floating the left knee with you. So remember, as you exhale, release the knee under the hips. As soon as it gets there, you start hinging on that right hip and push the left foot back. Because if you're pushing a door open, pushing a boulder away, give it an action. Good. Breathing here.
Energy between the sole of the foot and the crown of the head. Inhale for preparation. Exhale, bend the knees. Inhaling, breathe into the back ribs. Exhale, squeeze the elbows in towards the belly a little bit more. Take an inhale. Exhale, flop down, unravel the arms. Inhale, keep moving. Exhale, hands to heart center. Open up those palms. Drop the tailbone, lift that abdominal wall. Good deep cleansing breaths here. Be in your balance. Be in your body. Enjoy your strength. Let's do another balance check. Inhale, rise up to tippy toes. Stretch those fingertips up to the sky. Try to pretend that you're being lifted from the crown of the head. Keep lifting. Keep rising. Try not to sit in your rear end or your lower back. Lift from your abdominal wall. Take an inhale. Exhale, release the heels, soften the ankles, the knees, the hips, hands through heart center if you'd like. All the way down to squat, somewhere around there. Inhale, stretch it up. Exhale, forward fold. Swing the arms back, round the spine. Inhale, stretch it up. Exhale, reach the fingertips forward, round it out, all the way to the ground. Oh, so good. Open the arms to the side, bend the knees, plant the feet. Cross your left leg over your right like you're sitting in a chair. You mean business here. And then just allow the knees to gently fall over. You can use a pillow under the knees to support them if you want. Keep both shoulders on the ground. Look to your left side. When you roll back on your inhale, use the action of your belly pushing your lower back to the earth. Uncross the legs and then cross the right over the left. Take an inhale. Exhale, allow the knees to fall gently to the left side. Look over to the right. Keep the shoulders on the ground. When you're ready, use your abdominal wall to push the lower back on your inhale. Uncross the legs. Take an inhale. Bring the knees over the belly. Keep the tailbone, the spine, the back of the head on the ground. I want to do so much more here on the ground. I'll save it for another class. Take an inhale. Lift the tailbone. Pull the forehead to the knees if you want. Squeeze it all in and hold the breath for 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Slide the arms, the legs, the head back to the earth. Jostle it out. If your lower back feels tight, you can bring your knees together knocked, or just allow your legs to splay open. And just enjoy the heat that's moving through the body, strength that's moving through the body, the simplicity and the force of your breath moving through your body. Place our right hand back over our belly again. Left hand on top of that. Breathe into your belly and allow the belly to expand into the palms. Then as you exhale, let the weight and the heat of the palms just settle the belly down, helping to expel the breath. When you feel ready, extend into the fingertips, wiggle into the toes and hands and head. Pull the feet towards the hips, bending at the knees gently. Let the knees fall to wherever they choose. Roll yourself to that side so you can push yourself up from your hands and not using your lower back. And we come back to our seated position we started in. Hopefully sitting up in that strength and length with a little bit more ease than when you started. Try not to be focused on what didn't happen the way you expected it, but think about all the little bits and pieces that you put together to get to where you did get to. That's building your strength and stability, step by step. Let's take our closing breath. Gather all that strength and stability you've created in this space, all that energy. Bring it to heart center as you exhale. Look down towards your heart. Remember how strong your heart is. Let that energy guide you through the rest of your day. Thank you for sharing this practice with me. Have a wonderful rest of your day.